Hey guys, Dustin here. What I'm going to do here in this video is I'm going to take a Game Boy Advance and I'm going to change the housing on it to this awesome orange. It's like a tangerine orange. It looks very cool. I apologize, by the way, for the audio ahead of time. It's probably going to be the most stellar, but I'll try what I can do to fix it. So anyway, I'm going to change it to this tangerine looking orange here housing for the Game Boy Advance. Like I said before in an earlier video, that Game Boy Advance, this version anyway, is my favorite. Of course, the major problem with these Game Boy Advances, these ones, is that there's no backlight or front light anyway, which really sucks. I mean, honestly, this could have been a really perfect handheld, and so far I really haven't found much as far as front lights and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna open up this bag here. Like I said, I got it from Hong Kong. Paid about $6 for it. And surprisingly, this thing took about a week for me to get, and I've been looking forward to this. I was expecting for this in another 2 weeks, but I got it early. So, and I found this thing on eBay, and it actually has. If you go online on eBay, better not take that apart. Anyway, if you go on eBay, just search Game Boy housing, you'll find a bunch of stuff for like a Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advance SP as well. So there's that. I mean, it's got all the buttons and everything that are falling all over the place. So anyway, yeah, it has new buttons, new screws and everything. So that's pretty nice. Shoulder buttons, everything, side things, I don't know what they're called, as well as the LCD, or I'm sorry, the LCD screen protector. It doesn't have an LCD screen in it, just the protector, that front part. The funny thing about this thing is that on the back here it actually has a fake ass logo. This is Game Boy Advance model AGB001. But anyway, I'm gonna put that aside for now. That stuff over here. At times I'm gonna fast forward through the video, and so I can give you guys, make the video a lot faster, because otherwise it might take 20 minutes. And actually I could cram it down into 10 or 5 perhaps. So I've actually taken this apart before to clean it. And these are new screwdrivers. These also come with it. These are tri-wing screwdrivers. It's just 3 sides. It's the security bit that opens up your Game Boy Advances, as well as Game Boys, as well as GameCubes. I believe it's GameCubes. GameCube memory cards, rather. So, what do you say, guys? I'm going to start taking this thing apart. Fast forward. Alright, one thing I wanted to point out here, guys. Use a tri-wing screwdriver. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those tri-wing screwdriver screws, and then there's a tiny ass little, looks like a Phillips head screw, just one of those. And guys, when you're taking stuff apart, I think I found I learned from Retro Game Tech is if you use an ice tray, or in this instance anyway, I'm using a watercolor tray. You can use that. You can save all your screws, and it makes your life a lot easier, so you're not having to pick up screws off the ground. So anyway, here's what a Game Boy Advance AGB001. Let me take a look at that. AGB001 looks like on the inside. Pretty simple. Oh, it looks like I have to take out more screws. Alright, so now here's most of that taken apart. This is just the motherboard for the Game Boy Advance. The screen. It's connected by a ribbon cable. I did this before, but you have to be careful. There's this fuzzy felt thing here. Don't tear it up. Don't do what I did. I'll show you the secret sauce to doing this. Just carefully, and I mean carefully, come here on the edge, take one of these little screwdrivers, and just push it up ever so gently. You don't want to break the LCD screen on these things. So you peel that up very gently, because there is a black sticker, like padding. Ooh, you want to make sure that stays on there nice and square. It looks like I sort of pulled mine up a little bit. So, a little adjusting and bagoosh. Bagoosh, I don't know, anyway. So anyway, a little adjusting and there you go. That is what a Game Boy Advance looks like on the inside. That's basically it. So you can take this thing. Actually, if you want, you can actually, if you take apart your Game Boy Advance, you can take apart this screen. Because this is the thing that gets the most scratched. This is the thing that bothers me the most about these stupid things. Is this screen here, or this protective layer. It gets so scratched up, so I might hang on to this and spray paint it for future product video anyway. But I have, like I said, I have a Game Boy Advance over there, and the screen looks pretty good. But you can buy also just this part here online. If you just want that, you can go ahead and order that. Alright, so I got this together, put that together. There's my Game Boy Advance shell with all the crap over here. Alright, so here comes the fun part, guys. We're gonna put it in this thing. I'm gonna make it look spectacular. I love it because I love collecting these Game Boy Advances, but I hate that the fucking battery cover is always missing. It sucks. Alright guys, well, one thing I like to point out here is that this bag here is actually missing some pieces, which kind of sucks. There's this piece here, which is your select and start button, that's not there, as well as the pads. The rubber pads weren't in the bag either. So I'm glad I hung on to this stuff. So when you get stuff like that, hang on to everything just to make sure. Alright guys, well, I'm going to stop fast forwarding here for a sec, but I just want to point out with this thing, if you get this online, you see the one with the 2 screwdrivers? Like I said, it doesn't have that soft padding that goes under the buttons here, and it only had 4 screws. Luckily I saved my screws here. So I've only got a couple more here, and then I'm going to put in the batteries, and then the battery case. And there, you little fucker. Alright guys, well, it looks like I'm done. There we go. Change the housing on my Game Boy Advance from Glacier to Tangerine. I think it's Tangerine. Looks like tangerines to me. What do you guys think? Pretty nice. It actually has a battery cover, which is always good. And boy, it is getting hot in here. It's 90 degrees out and I'm from Minnesota, so I am melting. Anyway, the only thing I haven't done here is I haven't peeled this little sticker thing off, and I almost want to leave it on because this thing is so minty now, right now. It's minty free. So yeah, I'm going to grab some batteries in the game. I'm going to try this thing out. Alrighty guys, well, the grand finale here. Like I said, this is what it looks like. I actually put in a game that utilizes all the buttons. Well, except for the right trigger. Anyway, I popped in Metroid Zero Mission. All the buttons work. I mean, this thing looks great. This thing looks, it's like I said, minty fresh. And if I really, really wanted to, I should peel the sticker off and then put this sticker on there because it looks, it makes it look authentic. So, but you know what? I really don't give a shit. So, but anyway, yeah, brand new looking Game Boy Advance housing, and looks so good. It looks so good. I'm not even gonna take the little like protective layer that's right here, but I'm just amazed how good this thing looks. But there are some things I want to point out. Like I said, the rubber pads that go underneath the buttons weren't in the bag, and it was missing a couple screws, but other than that, that's really not a huge deal considering it was already in the existing system. Secondly, you gotta be sure, like you probably saw me mess up a few times, but what I was trying to do is you gotta be sure you put those little tiny the smaller, there's two screw sizes rather. The smaller ones of course go on the motherboard, but when you screw them on, well, what I was doing here, I was wiggling this button back and forth, and this one, you gotta make sure it's tight enough, because these buttons, if you don't put the screws in tight enough, these buttons will wiggle and they will not work correctly. So make sure that, and of course, like, it didn't fit 100%, so a couple of the screws here, like the ones up on, the ones up on here, like, were really super tight. But otherwise, man, this thing looks great, for $6. Eventually, I'm going to try to figure out a way to front light this thing. It's going to be the most killer looking Game Boy Advance in the schoolyard. So, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Dustin. Till next time, have a good one.